Hey, what is up, teachers? I am Nestle from teachingwithnestle.com. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today, I want to share with you something that you can bring into your math block during the month of October to kind of spice up your math block, add in some spookiness, some silliness, to hear some giggles, but most importantly, to keep your students engaged while they're learning. Okay, so it's called Around the Room Task Cards, but with a twist. The task cards reveal a silly, spooky sentence by the end once they've solved all the questions correctly. Okay, so let me show you a few cards from this activity. So these are the cards that you'll just print and post and just hang around your classroom. Just grab a piece of tape. I like to hang mine on the walls, counters in my classroom, on bookshelves, anchor my easel. I'd like to hang some on my easel. Just anywhere in my classroom, I just get some tape and hang it up. And the kids just grab a clipboard and then they go around to each of the cards and they solve the question. Okay, so you've probably done this before in your classroom with task cards that you posted around the classroom. Same kind of thing, but this is a little bit of a twist. Okay, so you'll notice that there is a word, a mystery word. Well, it's not a mystery, but there's a word at the top here. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So what the kids will do is they'll solve the problem here. So let's see, this one is, let's see, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 500. So what they'll do is they'll grab their recording sheet and they're gonna look for their answer, 500, okay? So let's see, 500 right there. So let me grab my marker because markers are more fun. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write that word wicked above 500 because that's the answer. And what I love about this is that it's self-checking. So let's say the kids, one of your students thought this was 490. Well, they would look on this recording sheet here and, well, there is no 490. So that tells them immediately, hey, I need to recheck and resolve this question here. Okay, so let me show you another one. So let's see. This one has the word tiny. So let's see, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 54. Okay, so 454. So on our sheet here, we're going to look for the answer 454. Okay, right here. So what I'm going to do is, or what your students will do is they'll write the word tiny above that answer. Okay, so it's self-checking. They don't need you to check for them because it's all here for them. So by the end, let's do one more together. Okay, cemetery. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of tens. Okay, let me see. So 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 410, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 418. Okay, so we're looking for 418. Do we see it? Okay, yep, at the bottom here. And that word was cemetery. So the students would write cemetery. Okay. All right, so this activity has built-in motivation because they're like, wait a minute, I've got to keep solving because I want to find out what this silly, spooky sentence is. So they're going to want to finish the activity because they have to know what this sentence says. So by the end, once they've solved all of the questions, the silly sentence, it's kind of hard to say, silly sentence is revealed. So here's the final silly sentence. It says, the Wicked Witch cackled. Look, I'm building in some vocabulary in there for you with that word cackled, as she fed candy corn and tiny spiders to her pet mouse while sitting on a tombstone in a cemetery. So this has tons of skills. They've got writing skills, they've got reading skills, they've got math skills. It's self-checking, so they can do this independently, which is so awesome. As a teacher, when you're working in your small groups, you want your students to be able to work independently and know that they're doing well. Okay, so this is an option for an independent math station when you're doing your guided math rotations. This can also be just a whole group activity. I've created digital slides for you, so in Google Slides and Seesaw. So if you want to just do a whole group math review lesson one day, pull up the slides on Google Slides, give each of your kids a recording sheet, solve the problems together. And then what's also nice about doing this together is that you guys are giggling together, you're laughing together, you're smiling, you're having fun, and it builds that nice, warm and fuzzy classroom community because you're having fun together and doing something a little bit silly while also mastering the standards and practicing those skills, which is super important. So let me show you the digital version, because in case you want to use this during a technology station during your classroom, when your kids are on their iPads, Chromebooks, laptops, whatever they're using, they can also use this in Google Slides or Seesaw. So let me show you that right now. Okay, let's check out the digital version. So here's the whole pack. So let's scroll down to the table of contents where we can find those activities. Okay, digital Google Slides and Seesaw. Let's click on base 10 blocks here. Okay, so let's click here for Google Slides. So once we do that, it'll prompt you to make a copy. So you can make your own copy for your own Google Drive. Okay, and once that opens, so you can assign it to your students, or you can just pull this up to do together whole group like I was saying before. Okay, so here's the first question. So what you would do, or what your students would do, is just solve the question here, look at the model, and they're going to type the answer right here. So let's see, 253. So they would just type in 253, and let's look at the word sitting. So we're going to find 253. Here it is. So go here, find that number, the answer, and we're going to type in sitting, or your students will type in sitting. Okay. And then they go to the next question, letter B. Same thing. They type in the answer. Let's see, 326. The word is which. Okay, so we're looking for 326 right here. Type it in, which. So this is what they would do, or this is what you would do whole group, you guys, when you guys are doing this together, or when your students are doing this independently. Same kind of deal for Seesaw. Let's go back here to the file. Okay, click here for Seesaw. Same thing. You'd be prompted to the screen here, save activity, so it saves to your Seesaw library. Oops, I'm not signed in. Oh gosh, I don't even know my password username right now. Okay, so anyhow, you would type in your information. Same deal like the Google Slides, except if you're familiar with Seesaw, your kids can either type the word, or they can just use the pencil tool and write in the word. They can use the pencil tool to solve and write the answer right on that slide there. So super interactive, super engaging. So this is the entire file. This is for second grade specifically. I have other sets for third grade and fourth grade. So we've got place value. We have 3 add-ins, and subtraction is the second one. Okay, that's the second game. There's 3 in total. So as you can see, there's black and white versions as well. Okay, and so the last game is working on even and odd numbers. So this is really easy to prep, especially on those mornings where you're like, what could I do this morning in math? I'm getting observed or whatever. And if you want to just print these in black and white, you can grab some colored paper, Astrobrites, print them on that, or just print them in black and white like this, real quick, hang them around your classroom, copy these recording sheets for your students, and go. An easy, instant engaging activity for your students to do during math rotations or your math block. So I hope this was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me. If you need anything, you can always email me at Nestle at teachingwithnestle.com. Okay, bye everybody. Have an awesome, awesome day.